Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm BYDALESMITH. For my new viewers, thank you for joining. So you're planning to move to Canada as an immigrant or an international student. Well, welcome. But listen, it's not just about getting your visa, packing your bags, and boarding the plane. It's more about thinking, how are you going to survive in this new country you're moving to? How are you going to thrive? If you're one of those people that want to save some money, you want to protect your wallet and maintain some sanity, well, you should run and not walk to get some training and familiarity with these business ideas that I'm going to be sharing in this video. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Let's start with barbing. If you know how to cut hair, then you're already holding money in your hands. And if you don't, and you're thinking of something to start when you move to Canada, then barbing is a very good one for you. Why? A lot of people here find it very hard to get a good shape and a good fade with their hair, especially Black and African community. I am not saying we do not have good barbers here. I'm just saying that a little addition will hurt nobody. And of course, the sky is big enough for everyone to fly. So let me break it down in terms of how much you can get and how much time you're going to spend on barbing, as well as some perks that you should put into consideration if you want to go into this business. First off, the amount you can get from barbing ranges from $20 to $50, and it takes just 30 minutes to actually barb someone's hair, no matter how great of a barbing it is. $20 to $50 in 30 minutes is good money. That is what some people make in an hour or 2 hours or even 3 hours. The minimum wage here is $15. So if you're making $20 in 30 minutes or $50 or $25 or $30 in 30 minutes is a good one. And if you're flexible, if you offer some sort of flexibility, like you can move around, you can go to the client's place, clients can come to yours, or you even have a spot at the barber's shop. These are things that would help you thrive and let your business just bloom. Lastly, ensure you know what you're doing. You're professional, you know the services that you're offering. You can serve different hairstyles, different haircuts, and serve different people in a very good way. And look at you, you're gonna be like on the top. So that is one for the books. Next up is catering. Catering is like an umbrella for different things, right? It involves cooking, event planning, decoration, and baking. So if you're already into any of these three, or even the three, then more grace to your elbow, because you're about to make some good money when you move here. And if you're not, and you're interested in like starting something when you move here, then you should go ahead and train on any of these three. And if you can learn the three, that's totally fine, because a lot of people here are always looking for local dishes and local representation of their community, their culture, or whatnot. For me, I'm Nigerian, and there's that Nigerian vibe that we're always looking for. So let's break it down in terms of, again, the price, the flexibility, the service, and the time you're spending. For either of these three, you can make up to $500, depending on who you're serving, what you're serving, and just the event overall, because it's relative, to be honest. And the amount of time you also spend on this depends on exactly what your client needs. Then in terms of flexibility, it's very flexible because you can do all these things from the comfort of your home. You can cook from the comfort of your home and use an Uber to send this food out. You can bake in your house. And for event planning, you just need to know where the location is, get there early, and set up. And lastly, the services you're offering. You need to make sure that you have like a wide range of service, like cooking. If you know how to make the local dishes from your own country, you can focus on that niche. You can focus on, for Nigerians, I would say you can focus on Nigerians. If you know how to make like biryani, you know how to make curry good, then you should focus on people that require this and connect with them so they can know that this is the service that you offer. And in terms of baking, you can choose whether you want to be baking just cakes, you want to be making just cupcakes, or you even want to be doing small chops or baking meat pie, etc. There's like so many options that you can pick from. You don't have to do everything on the baking. You can pick just one thing and be good at it. Event planning or decoration, there's birthday parties, there's like weddings, there's bridal shower, there's picnics. There's so many things that you can focus on, and you don't have to do a big crowd. You can start small, like just bridal shower. So it's really a lot that you can do with these three. So look into it, guys, and thank me later. Next up is importing and exporting. I know, even the sound of that is like, what's she talking about? But guys, trust me, this is something a lot of people do not know that you can get money from. I know it's a bit tricky because you actually need to know exactly what your client needs. This, you have to get your niche and say, this is what they need. This is what I'm offering. But it can also span across a lot of things. Like if you're good with sourcing for local fabrics from your home country, if you're good with like cosmetics, food stuff, if you're able to source all these things locally and import them down here and resell to people, then you're going to be making good money. Also, it can be a luxury shopper in the sense that you're ordering things from the Canadian stores here, the designer stores, going to like the outlets here to get things for cheaper prices and selling them back home at a different rate. It's a win-win. Everyone is going to get their money. Do you get what I mean? So I do think that this is an opportunity that you can look into. It's a good business idea. Also, if you want to look at shipping things from China, there are a lot of people that I know. I mean, I've spoken to quite a number of people because I have like a business. So sometimes I need to get bulk items at a lower cost. So if you have affiliation with such people from China or whichever part of the world, then you should milk that, because there are a lot of business owners here that they always source things from outside Canada, because again, things here are just expensive. So if this is something you're interested in or you're ready into, keep doing it, or go ahead and learn about how you can go around this and, you know, get some money from it. Next is tailoring. Or to be honest, guys, I think let's get into fashion designing. I'm so emotional right now, guys. We really need good tailors here, or good fashion designers here. If you're a tailor or you're a fashion designer, trust me, if you're good and you know how to place yourself in the market and, you know, advertise yourself properly, you're going to make some good ass money. I promise you. I'm not even joking. I myself will patronize you if you're good. Because, yeah, we just don't have it here. Well, maybe Toronto, they do have like a lot of like options. You know how the good stuff does not and never comes to Canada. Like you will see some certain things from Zara in the UK or in the United States and you're like, we don't have it here. That's the issue I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like, yes. You can be dealing with like all this hemming, reducing, slim fitting, cutting and all that, but that's not the major issue we have here. That is a plus, but the major thing here is we do not have variety. At least for we Africans, speaking for Nigerians, we need that African, that Nigerian fabric. That's, you know how we do it, right? We need that here and we don't have much of that. So if you're good or you're thinking of going into something, that is a huge space. It's empty, to be honest. It's not even saturated. So that is somewhere you can dominate and just bring good styles for us. You can have like a line or, you know, just create something out of the ordinary. Also make sure that you can produce stuff for like the different weather here. You know, we have winter, summer, spring and fall. So make sure you can, you know, make pieces that fall into the different types of weather that we have here. You will be making good money. Let's break it down in terms of the amount you can make. Just from, you know, slim fitting or adjusting, you can make up to $40. Up to $40. And I don't know much about tailoring, but I know it doesn't take time to like, you know, slim fit cut. It's done in less than 20 minutes. You're probably done. And up to $40 is again what some people are making in 2 hours. And again, you can do it from the comfort of your home. You don't have to report to anybody. You don't have to pay taxes to anybody. Just do it. Do it right now. So tailoring, fashion design is another thing that I would definitely say that you can go into. But please, if you're Nigerian watching this video or you're an African, you know we have a lot of nice African pieces out there, but it's ridiculously expensive. So if you're coming here, make sure your price is, you know, affordable for the most part, because I'm about to go back to Zara. Duh, if you're too pricey. But yeah, fashion designing, tailoring is something that we're really in need of here. So help us. To my favorite part. I know a lot of people that know me would have been like, why is she not talking about this? When is she gonna say? It's beauty. I'm so emotional, guys. So when it comes to beauty, we're talking about makeup, lashes, semi-permanent eyebrow. We're talking about your hair. We're talking about nails. Guys, beauty spans across all of these things. So you can pick one, or honestly, like me, I'm doing 3. Yeah, if you're good, you're good. So you can pick one of these things and learn. And if you're already into any of this, trust me, you just need to position yourself well and you're going to be making some good money. This one I'm going to spend some time talking about because I do have a very good knowledge about. So I am a beauty artist and I offer like makeup services, semi-permanent brows and semi-permanent lashes. For makeup, my makeup takes about 45 to 1 hour and I charge, currently it's on my page, BYDALESMITH Studios. If you're coming here and you need a makeup artist and you need eyebrow artist or lash artist, I'm right here. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is makeup for me takes about 45 to 1 hour. And in that time frame, I charge something from $85 to $100 for like basic or full glam. And for more like, bridal shower, etc., then I charge up to $500. It depends on what service you need. And I can tell you for free, when I first moved here, my business saved me. Like I actually paid some of my school fees with my business. I'm not even joking. I'm not capping, to be honest. Again, you need to have strategies. You need to have a plan. You need to have expertise. You need to have the je ne sais quoi. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot just know it and, hope for everything to fall in place. No, you have to put in some extra work here and there. So you can make good money. That's all I'm trying to say. And I also do lashes. My highest amount of lashes is about 150, I think. Yeah, and that takes me about 2 hours. So making $150 in 2 hours is a good one. I'm not even gonna lie. Lashes is something that, to be honest, come rain, come shine, come any weather, people are doing their lashes. Like that's a staple. It's like something that people need here to breathe. Because during winter, you cannot go out, but a lot of people still want to feel good. They want to look good. So their lashes has to be on fleek. And lashes last about a month. If you're a good lash tech, if you offer a good service, then you are guaranteed that the people that you service, they're going to come back almost every month. Bro, are you joking? If I say too much, I'm going to sell out myself. For semi-permanent brows, I charge about $500. If you make 500 in 3 hours, that's that. Come on. It never gets better than that. When I first got here, I think I was charging less than that. I think $350 or something. So you cannot just enter into the market and start charging like a bogus amount of money. You need to start small and know the strategy that you want to use. Are you using costs in your availability strategy or what is unique about you? What are you going to use to draw people to you? And when you've gotten the audience, then if you're good, they're going to stay for sure. And that's how you do it. I'm not here to give like all of that pep talk or motivational talk of how to run your business. But I'm just saying these are things that you need to look into for any of these business ideas that you might be thinking you want to start. And for hair and nails. For hair, we're not going to talk about hair today because if I start, I'm just going to start crying because the amount that we pay for braids. Get into that business right away. If I have the opportunity and the perseverance to actually stand for hours to make hair, I'm gonna go into it. I'm not even joking. This hair, I paid about $200 to make this hair. And it took about I think 6 hours or 5 hours, I'm not sure at this point, but if you're good with braiding, if you're good with fixing of hairs, crochet, whatever it is that you're good at, there's a bunch of hairstyles that you can major in. If you don't want to know how to do everything, or if you're not interested in everything, some people like sewing, some people do not like braiding, some people like making wigs. But I'm just trying to say, hair, there's options that you can go into. You can decide that you want to be an expert in faux locks or soft locks or dreadlocks or whatever the case is. The sky is big enough. There's so many options that you can pick from. It's a lot of money you can make from making hair. But the major thing is for you to get into it. Get into it. I'm not joking. And be an expert and see how your wallet would thank you. Then for nails, the least I've paid for nails is about $60. And the least amount of time that I've spent on doing my nails is about 2 hours or an hour 30 minutes, to be honest. The way they charge here is super crazy. If you go ahead to a nail shop and you say you want to get your nails done, they're just going to fix your nails. Then they have like a whole package. If you want them to take out your cuticle, you want them to clean up your nails and shape and file and all that, it comes with extra charges. And then you still have to pay tax. So imagine you come here from the comfort of home and you're offering all of this at a lesser price. Why would I patronize you? Just tell me why. Why would I not? I actually make my nails with like people that do from the comfort of their homes, because I first started doing my nails in stores and I used to spend like $160 or $170 to do my nails downtown. Girl, I'm crazy, but I'm wiser now. I'm so wise now that I now do my nails for I think $70, or if we're being like super high, maybe like $90. Yeah, this current ones, it's a long story. I have that video on my channel, but these current ones that I have on, they cost me about maybe $140 or $150. The original starting price was about $70. Anyways, I'm rambling a lot. My point is, beauty stuff here is a steal. It's a good business to be in. It's a good industry. You would get the value for your investment. So if you want to learn now, start learning. I'm not saying learning for the sake of it. I'm saying learn to be good. Learn to be an expert. Learn to be a professional. Learn that people see what you're doing and they're like, oh my goodness, I have to try this. And learn that when you do this for people, it lasts. Like the placement of your lashes, how you do your brows, or how you like, all these things comes with like a lot of precision and all that. So make sure you're learning all this precision and you're just being good and you're documenting your work, because people believe what they see. Cha is not gonna do it. You have to show workings. Show workings. So lashes, semi-permanent eyebrow, makeup, hair, and nails. Get into those things. And if you're already into them, start promoting yourself right now. Open an Instagram account. Load as many pictures as possible. Have something to show to people that you're talking to. Have something to show for what you're doing. Pretty much, that's how you sell yourself. And who doesn't want to look beautiful? That is a very good market. Beauty is something that keeps evolving. So it's never going to go out of style. You just need to keep following the trend and stay on top of your game. That's about all of the business ideas that I want to share today. I talked about barbing, catering, import and exporting, tailoring, stroke fashion designing, and then I mentioned beauty, which involves hair, makeup, nails, semi-permanent brows, semi-permanent lashes. So if you're somebody that is looking to move here and you want to make some side money, especially for students, because currently you can only work 20 hours, and if you have to fend for yourself, or you just love what you do, you're already into this business and you want to continue, then you should make sure that you're positioning yourself and you're learning more about these businesses, or you're starting to train to learn more. So I'm not going to say too much, but do not snooze on any of these business ideas that I've shared with you. So guys, we've come to the end of the video. I hope I've been able to help. And if you have any questions concerning anything that I've talked about today, comment down below and I'll be sure to respond. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. See you next time. Bye.